I just wanted to give a quick update at the end of the first week of the UK COVID inquiry Module 8, which focuses on children and young people. So the week opens on Monday. My team and I went to London to present opening statements, and on that day we heard very striking introductions from various organisations and their legal teams around the impact on children and young people. And some of the key takeaways were that many organisations and commissioners' offices highlighted the importance of incorporation of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child and the impact it would have made to children and young people in a positive way. We heard some really surprising accounts about how the decision to close schools was made, I think, on the 16th of March, and school closures happened on the 18th of March with very little planning and absolutely no engagement with children, young people, schools and those working with them. We've heard calls for a statutory duty on government to consult with commissioners, because this is something that each of the Children's Commissioners' offices across the UK has highlighted. And we've also heard stories about the vulnerability of children. We've heard accounts directly from children and young people who are critically vulnerable, who still suffer from long COVID, and how those most vulnerable children weren't accounted for, weren't planned for during the COVID-19 period and the lockdowns that followed. We've heard loads about educational disadvantage, access to technology or lack of access to technology, and mitigations that weren't made to protect children and young people. So I look forward to the rest of the inquiry. I will be presenting alongside commissioners from Scotland and Wales at the end of October, but this week has been hugely impactful, and I want to pay a special tribute to my legal team and our KC, Monya, during our opening statement reflected the views of 4 children who were brave in that they shared their direct experiences with us. They were read and accounted for on the opening day, and you could see the impact that it had on the room. And I hope that their views and their opinions and their recommendations are taken into account for the final report and the recommendations that will be put to government.